Joining us for What's Trend is the Empress of Umukwata, but we have two people here that went away. But Oji, thank you for taking care of me.
I did. There was one day I came in one day. Yes. Good morning, Ayo. I miss you so much. I feel like I've seen you. Like I saw you the other. I saw you on the private jet. I saw you on the private. Even you. Good morning.
I did not.
Where were you, Ayo?
I thought no, you went on the private jet too.
Well, all right.
Chicken and jollof rice. So I'm being owed.
Yes. You know you deserve it.
Thank you.
You know Queen Ayo.
Thank you very much.
Well, all right. Okay. Well, all right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're eating chicken.
Can we start the show? I saw him. He ate chicken. Both of you. You flew first class private jet. If there's anything like that. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin What's Trending, focusing on the ongoing political reactions to the recent wave of gubernatorial defections from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, while Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, has weighed in, specifically addressing defections from the Southeast region. Speaking to journalists in Abuja on Wednesday, Peter Obi firmly stated that the defection of governors does not translate to political control over the Southeast. The former Anambra State governor stressed that Nigeria operates a democracy, not a military regime, where states can be captured, emphasizing that political power ultimately rests with the people, not governors or senators. Let's take a look.
He must have taken his decision based on his own political views and calculations and everything. But as for, we're not in a military time when you capture people. You're a leader. You tend to do the right things for them to follow you. So I don't think anybody's captured anywhere. The government needs to do more if they want the people to support them. I've always been consistent on Nnamdi Kanu's flight. There was no need for the arrest in the first place. And now that he has gone, he's been to court, the rules should be followed. Not just for Nnamdi Kanu, for all agitators across the nation.
All right. Peter Obi has remained consistent also with the Nnamdi Kanu matter, because that's the last thing he said there. But you were there in Enugu State, and he specifically mentioned Peter Amba, saying that Peter Amba is his friend, and, you know, he might have defected for whatever reason he did. I'd like for you to share with us your experience specifically in Enugu with that media chat, and also the fact that Peter Obi is saying it is not governors, nor senators, it is the people that will determine who will lead us. Your thoughts?
Right. Well, there's so much to take away, but let's begin with Peter Mba's defection and the media chat. And, you know, he maintains that this has got nothing to do with being bullied or threatened by the ruling party, but it's got to do with failures within the PDP itself to honor the role and the position of the Southeast. And of course, we know the history around that and that role of National Secretary and Ore-Akure and all that transpired. The ultimatum had been issued, and I guess they just had to make good on that threat that they had made, that the Southeast was not feeling honored and respected within the PDP. And now what's also important to note is, of course, the fact that if you know there's so much contention around the role of the National Secretary, Oji, what's the guarantee that whoever is installed as National Secretary after the convention is going to be somebody who's going to allow all of these candidates, all of these people to be able to sign off on their nominations and their candidacy? It all hangs in the balance. So it seems like it was a strategic move to escape, any type of, shall I call it, controversy or potential sabotage that might happen within the PDP. The other question is, well, why APC? Why not APGA, for example? Those are some of the questions that remained a little bit unanswered in the media chat, because he seemed to prefer to focus on governance. And I don't blame him for doing that, because to the point being made by Peter Obi, if we look at the last election, election, the Southeast was obedient. No, there was no Labour Party governor, but the Southeast was largely obedient. So I think it goes to show you that in 2027, is there a guarantee that the Southeast will vote for Tinubu? I don't know. That hangs in the balance, because the Southeast have shown us in 2023 that they vote for who they want and who they choose to, no matter who their governor is, no matter what the structures in their states say. So I think that it is valid. Peter Obi, somebody who benefited from what he's talking about. So I think he's the right person who can actually speak on this, because he was a beneficiary of it. Okay. And now I think the attention should turn to our electoral reforms so that people's votes can truly count.
People's votes must count at this time around. Let's now turn our attention to a controversial development, as a former mayor of Blanco, Texas, Mike Arnold, has accused former presidential aide Reno Omokri of being a pathological, habitual, calculating, self-serving liar, alleging that he was deceived and manipulated by Omokri during their personal and professional encounters. The allegations have sparked significant attention on social media platforms. Well, Arnold made the allegation in a lengthy post on X, recounting his experience with Omokri in Kenya, Texas, and Nigeria. The accusations include claims about fabricated luxury car ownership, unfulfilled promises of high-level meetings, and misrepresentation of Arnold's identity during media appearances. Among the specific allegations, Arnold claimed Omokri promised meetings with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, and the Sultan of Sokoto during a recent trip to Nigeria, but none materialized. He also alleged on live television Omokri falsely called him the current mayor of Blanco, Texas, and claimed he's a personal friend of Ted Cruz, both of which Arnold denies. Most seriously, Arnold accused Omokri of downplaying violence against Christians in Nigeria. Let's take a look.
I am going to quote, not a journalist, but an authority apparently. How to identify a hypocrite. Their voice is so loud, condemning injustice against Muslims in USA, yet very silent in condemning genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And that person that said that a couple years ago was Reno Omokri, and he's multiple tweets like that. He made this a very big issue about Christian genocide in Nigeria not that long ago. And according to all the observers and all the organizations and watchdogs, they say it has not improved, that the death toll is higher. So I don't know what's dramatically changed, that he was adamantly, repeatedly calling it a Christian genocide in Nigeria. The only thing I know that's changed is the administration and his employer. So.
Wow, this story has gone viral. I mean, Reno Omokri went on to say that, he doesn't have an employer, but I'll take some reactions on X. This is from Mayor of Crypto, who wrote, "You never had any problems with Reno till he spoke the truth that there is no genocide against Christians in Nigeria. This is the problem with over religious folks. You are tearing another man down just because he disagrees with you." Well, Murphy wrote, "I took my time to read your message," that is to Arnold, "from top to bottom, and honestly, you are spot on. Reno has proven time and again to be the perfect example of a two-faced individual. One minute he's preaching morals, the next he's defending the indefensible. He talks from every side of his mouth, bending his narrative to whatever benefits him at the moment. You simply can't take him seriously. He stands for nothing unless it feeds his ego or political bias." Well, Reno Omokri was on our nightly news program, Newsnight, where he described Arnold as the current mayor of Blanco, Texas, and dismissed claims of a Christian genocide in Nigeria as ludicrous, while acknowledging that killings are occurring across both Christian and Muslim communities. Let's take a look before we come back to discuss.
I was able to get Mayor Mike Arnold, a Republican elected mayor from the state of Texas, who is personally friends with Senator Ted Cruz and Gregory Abbott, and also an associate with President Trump. And I invited him over to Nigeria for fact-finding. Not just him, I invited also a filmmaker. I wanted them to see for themselves. So I invited these two gentlemen here, And before they came, they briefed Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Chip Roy, and they're here. This whole idea of a Christian genocide in Nigeria is ludicrous. Yes, there are killings of Christians in Nigeria, and anybody who denies that will be, frankly, a dishonest person. But then, there are also killings going on in the Muslim arena. I mean, I hate to say this, but only recently we had killings at a mosque in Katsina. We had killings at another mosque in Zamfara. And if you have these terrorists go to a state like Benue and they hit people there, obviously, most of the victims will be Christians. Why? Because Benue is a Christian-dominated state. If they hit in Zamfara, most of the victims will be Muslims. So there's no Christian genocide, and to prove it, I've invited this gentleman for fact-finding.
Right.
All right. I mean, Reno Omokri there is also stressing the claims of the federal government, saying that, there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. These terrorists attack Muslims, and mosques have been burnt as well as churches. Muslims have been killed. And he also had, the imam there as well. But your thoughts on all of the conversations so far, especially on social media and from the current mayor of I know he's not. Of course, I'm making a joke. And from the current mayor of Blanco, as Reno Omokri has alleged, this guy has come to say, listen, this man is talking with two sides of his mouth. He even posted videos, pictures, and a picture of Reno Omokri saying that, I think he visited him sometime in Texas, and then he posted his Rolls Royce or something like that. Your thoughts?
That was his.
Ruby on fire.
That was his friend's vintage car that he claimed he
vintage
posted.
car. We had that picture.
Every water, he prepares a table before me. Yeah. Okay, moving on. See, as regards this conversation of genocide, I have always been of the view, and this is my view, that across religious lines, across Nigerians generally, people are being killed. All right? And the fact that people are being killed is even a sad indictment on Nigeria as a country. So rather than us trying to go and lobby, we should be crying in shame that Nigerians are being slaughtered. Christians, Muslims. In Christian communities, yes, there's been heavy killings. You remember what happened in a community in Jos around last Christmas? Yeah. Heavy killings. Second point, you called somebody for a fact-finding mission. The person gave a report of a fact-finding mission. Why are we disagreeing? A day before, in the television, you said that these people were brought in for a fact-finding mission. They have given their report. Why are we disagreeing? If Mayor Blanco said, based on his fact-finding, he's written a report that he saw Christian genocide over the years, that's the report of the committee that you set up for fact-finding mission. I don't know when we started doing fact-finding mission in Nigeria for something that is happening in America, or is it because we want to go and send the likes of Mayor Blanco that he says friend to Ted Cruz? I'm not sure it's that close to Ted Cruz. I'm not sure it's that close to associate of Trump. So why are we disagreeing with the fact-finding mission? That's the part I don't even understand here. And you see these attempts to play politics with the blood of human beings. Let's be careful. Human blood, and that's why I was quick to speak yesterday about the pardon. Human blood is not what we can play propaganda with. Please, when we are doing propaganda, when lives are involved, please, let's just move away from propaganda about human blood. Because the blood will ask questions. And we should be very careful. So I don't see anything Mayor Arnold has done by exposing the report of his fact-finding mission. You brought him in to do fact-finding. He said he has evidence. He has released all the evidence. And this has even complicated Nigerian government matter. So if these people were brought in by those close to the government, this is an own goal. Just like one of my friends will say, "Oh, take back penalty, law throwing, gang. Own goal."
All right.
So please, with due respect, what we should now do is to focus on the killings that is going on.
This is the point.
And how we can bring resolution. And people should stop all of this propaganda. If they want to go and meet with their American authorities and plead their own case, they should go ahead and do it. But all of this shenanigans on our national TV, see, for the second part, a lot of people want me to talk about as regards they lie to me, they don't lie to me.
Okay, the argument between both of them.
When Mayor Arnold and Reno Omokri were enjoying themselves,
yes,
and visiting each other's homes and hosting each other,
going to Kenya and all this.
I was not there.
Yes.
When they were inviting each other for birthday, I was not there. Their matter, it doesn't concern me. Right. It's because things are not good amongst them. That's why we are hearing the truth. Yeah. When it's not that when the mayor came to Nigeria and they invited him, he called me to tell me that I'm here. That's their personal matter.
All right.
The matter that concerns me,
yes,
it's a national matter. Don't do propaganda on the bloods of people.
This is it.
Let's say it the way it is.
Yes, but Reno Omokri has said that he doesn't have an employer as well. All right, a quick comment because I wanted
a quick comment because let me go where Rufai doesn't want to go to. Okay. And I say that because it's important we call out things like this. What Mike Arnold has done by revealing some of the lies that have been told by Reno Omokri, according to him, over the years with pictures, is that he has also revealed to the fact that he's not a man of integrity. Okay. And also, when that happens, is that it discredits the person, especially what you stand for and what you say. I say this because Reno Omokri is known to be very vocal about matters in Nigeria, about personalities in Nigeria. He has been accused, silently in different quarters as being, oh, okay, you play for this side. Many people, when it comes to politics, can change the direction of their view. But when you come with concrete, it doesn't speak very well of the integrity of a man who, in many cases, wants to speak up for issues that are pertinent to Nigerians. And I think it's important to highlight that fact. When your words or your actions have been discredited in such a bold and public manner, it means that in the future, people cannot take your words seriously. It means that when you speak up, and that's why we talk about people who are supporting this administration and government and saying many things, it means that the next time he posts an X that goes viral, you take it with a pinch of salt. It means that sometimes when because your antecedents can qualify what or how we believe what you say in the future. Right. And this is it's hurting because he's also been a big advocate of discrediting the words of the US saying that Nigeria Christian genocide is happening. So what does it mean? It means we want to take a closer look actually and think, if you've been lying about a lot of things in the past, why should we take you seriously and why should we believe what you're saying now? And I think he owes an apology to many of his followers that he deceived in the cause of misrepresenting himself with Mr. Mike Arnold. This is what happens when you're not playing with just Nigerians. If you're doing international propaganda, you have to be very careful. Because when it's time, they will bring receipts and they'll discredit everything that you have done that is not correct.
Are you on fire? Well, all right. We're now turning to concerns raised by a member of the public regarding the quality of materials being used for a federal road construction project on the Ore-Akure Road. The individual has called for immediate attention to what he described as substandard materials allegedly compromising the project's integrity and durability. In a video that has now gone viral, the individual claims that after the project began with the proper steel reinforcement, builders improperly switched to a lightweight wire guard, which he estimated to be less than 10 millimeters thick, for a stretch of over 1 kilometer in the middle of the roadway. Let's take a look.
Attention. Look at the road they are doing Ore to Ondo. They are supposed to put steel, they are putting wire guard. We have called your attention to it. Look at it. Wire guard for almost more than 1 kilometer. See, they put steel in the beginning. At the middle of it, they use wire guard. This wire guard is less than 10 mm. Look at it on a federal road. Well, we have done our own social responsibility. Thank you.
Well, in response, the Minister of Works, Umahi, clarified the design specifications, defending the use of different materials for various sections of the road project. Well, according to the minister, the main carriageway is constructed with rods and concrete, while the road shoulders uses concrete with BRC, which are rods of smaller sizes. The minister emphasized that this is an intentional design choice, not a compromise on quality. The minister explained that different roads require different designs with corresponding costs and assured the public that this particular design specification is engineered to last between 50 to 100 years. I mean, I think this minister's response underscores, the importance of understanding engineering specifications before, raising alarm. We've seen these sort of videos online about construction, standards. While he's also demonstrating the government responsiveness to the public concerns about infrastructure projects. I love this sort of response, and he responded right away. Meanwhile, Minister David Umahi and the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, who were recently engaged in a public disagreement over the cost per kilometer of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, met and exchanged pleasantries on Wednesday at the 90th birthday Thanksgiving service of Chief Victoria Olaitan Abiodun, mother of Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, held at St. James Anglican Church, Ore-Reno. The high-profile event brought together numerous dignitaries to celebrate the non-Nigerians' milestone. Let's take a look.
This is not a regular song, oh mama. From the depth of my heart, I wrote this one for you. You are my superhero, you fight a lot for me. You gave me everything, oh thank you, mama. Because you're the best, every day to me now Mother's Day. Mama, you're the best. You're one of a kind, nobody pass you, oh, mama. I love you every day. Oh yeah, dance ya, mama. Dance ya, mama. Hey, Chijo, I'm a mama. Oh, I only chubu, mommy. Oh, dance ya, mama.
Oh, Nishubu, mommy, oh wow, 90 is beautiful. Happy birthday to Prince Dapo Abiodun's mother, the governor of Ogun State. But we've seen these sort of celebrations. It's always beautiful to see people live up to that age and, continue to look regal as she does. But I'll come to you, Vimbai, on the story that we took about David Umahi and Seyi Makinde. What do I always say to you people? Don't die in their war. We've seen the picture now. Look at them. Chilling, shaking hands. No. Yes, now they had that disagreement when David Umahi said elect. You're an electrician. I didn't even know what elect. But go ahead. Vivai, hold on. Let Vivai take. So, go ahead.
So first of all, congratulations to Mama Abiodun at 90. Yes. That's such an amazing grace. Now to our politicians. Yes. When you see how easy it is to change from APC to PDP to ADC to Labour it's an indication that they are all in one accord to a degree. So when we see disagreements happening between politicians, as followers, please don't take it seriously. Don't take it to heart. This is why people should focus on ideology, focus on policies, focus on tangible things that impact your life. That's why we discourage the culture of sycophancy, of cult personality followership, that no matter what, if the person I follow is fighting with somebody until we... No. However, now on the issues surrounding engineering issues, I think I'm happy to see that we're starting to see an interaction around accountability, professional responses to whether it be criticism or issues and concerns that have been raised. I'm glad that was addressed in such a way, and we look forward to seeing more. We continue to push, however, for more information. Remember, was it last week or earlier in the week, I asked for regular infographics. Give us those infographics, or whether it's a website, give us something where individuals are able to immediately log in, interact with it, see the cost that has been spent thus far, projected cost, estimated cost, and so forth. And this is what we expect. Again, we reiterate, it's nothing personal. It's just about ensuring that there is accountability, and I continue to urge all citizens around to take those videos, send them in, share them, make them go viral, so that we can get accountability. Let's get answers. Let's find out what is happening with the infrastructure development. As for the road will last 50 to 100 years, well, let God keep us to be as old as Governor Dapo Abiodun's mom, so that we can testify and see if those roads really lasted for at least 50 years. I think that's what we wish for.
50 to 100 years. I can always say, I was saying that.
I have also heard a lot of people argue that concrete or cement roads are not the be-all for road construction. In fact, there are people that have also argued that they have, opposing views. In fact, let me read one of the views. Somebody has always, I think Comrade Igbini Emmanuel, have also said, this thing about concrete roads that we're normally talking about is not the be-all and see-all of construction, that you can do normal roads that are properly maintained and still have very good road outlay. That's just it. So,
all right.
This fact that one person is the Donyan of engineering and they know it all and their arguments are the best and everything. If you call 10 engineers here, they'll have conflicting views and all of that. So that's all we just want is accountability. Give us the data. And as regards Sheikh, I didn't think I don't think there was any unparcels. Somebody said, oh, this is my own cost per kilometer.
Right.
And then the other person replied and said, okay, this is my own cost per kilometer.
The said you're not a real engineer.
And they said you're not a real engineer and all of that.
No, it says electrician. I didn't know what elect was.
And they say elect. And the person that claimed he was senior, when they went to check current certification, they saw that the story was different in current certification. So let's not...
all right, like I always say, don't die in their war. There was a lot of Twitter responses to that sort of exchange with David Umahi and Seyi Makinde, and now we see them exchanging pleasantries. It's good to hear from the Minister of Works defending his project, saying that, there's different sort of, specification for road construction and people shouldn't just jump into conclusion. He has brought out the results, and so it's good to see that, that sort of response is coming. Again, congratulations to Governor Dapo Abiodun's mother on the occasion of her 90th birthday. Happy birthday, ma'am. We were invited. I didn't show up. I think, I couldn't. I was here with you.
Okay.
You were invited.
I didn't get the invite me again.
Well, I'm sorry.
They didn't invite me.
I'm sure you were invited.
Invite me? No, I'm sorry. I'm somebody I honor invitations. I try to honor invitations as much as I can.
I'm sorry.
Because they saw it was a weekday, you'd be at work.
Yes. So that's an
that I was invited, no.
Well, all right. Again, happy birthday to Governor Dapo Abiodun's mother. Let's take some cherry news now. We have an update regarding the health status of Finance Minister Wale Edun, following recent speculation surrounding his absence from the World Bank and IMF meetings in Washington, D.C. A new video has emerged. The footage captures Minister Edun at the Oda Art Gallery booth during the 154 Contemporary African Art Fair in London. Presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga confirmed that the minister is in the United Kingdom for an officially sanctioned few days of rest from the rigors of managing the Nigerian economy. Well, in the video, the minister was seen addressing guests at the gallery. Let's take a look.
African Art Fair here. The Art Fair. We are one of the booths showing from Nigeria. There's actually 5 booths from Nigeria showing. We have Soto, who you know, Buddha at 1897. This has been going on for.
But you can see that there's something there that's unique, that's really expressive, and we can look from Nigeria for sure.
And very contemporary.
Very good, honestly.
So thank you, sir, for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the preview.
I appreciate the opportunity, and as always, we're ready to support. Privately, publicly, whichever way we can.
It's good to see the minister. I know that this exhibition runs between, I believe, the 16th to the 19th, and it features a lot of Nigerian artists as well. I mean, it's good to see that the minister is up well and doing. And that rumor has been debunked because we have seen him out here. Well, all right. A quick comment before we take our good news report.
Well, let me just say something, and that is because we're having this conversation earlier on around accountability. Because when it comes to accountability from public office holders, this is part of it, their health status. We are very happy. The truth is, Nigerians actually are very largely good people. They want the good of others. But what we're asking for is just transparency. Yes, he's not able to attend the annual meetings in Washington, D.C., which traditionally he would have attended. And that would definitely raise questions. But I think beautiful to see that he is up and about, because there were rumors around the fact that he had suffered a stroke. That was one of the things that was going around. So to see him walking unaided, to see him enjoying art is important. And I think very important is also to give kudos to people or public office holders who actually present themselves accountable. And that takes me back to the previous story with David Umahi. I'm not going to analyze about the quality of materials used, but the fact that consistently, love him or hate him, consistently, he has been quite responsive. I say this because there are other ministers in key positions that we don't hear anything about them. They decline media interviews. They don't release press statements. They don't talk to people. There's news reports about them. We haven't heard anything from them. Would like to hear more from, say, the Minister of Agriculture, for instance. He plays a critical role, and not just press statements or releases, but actual responses to concerns by Nigerians. There are other ministries like that are very quiet. So please, we applaud and celebrate those who actually make an effort to make themselves accountable to the Nigerian people. And we ask Minister Wale, take the presidency's advice. Please rest, sir. We need you back to revitalize the economy of Nigeria.
Well said, Ayo. Very, very well said. Thanks for your submission. We'll take our good news report now. Celebrating a major milestone in Delta State as Governor Sheriff Obowori formally launched the Delta State Security Trust Fund on Wednesday, securing massive pledges, including a 10 billion naira donation from Tantita Security Services Limited. The event reaffirms the administration's commitment to building a safer, stronger, and more prosperous state through public-private partnership in security management. Well, the ceremony held at the banquet hall, Government House Asaba, brought together captains of industries, security chiefs, and community leaders with Access Holdings chairman, Igboje Imokwede, chairing the occasion, and Zenith Bank founder, Jim Ovia, serving as special guest of honor. Governor Obowori explained that the Security Trust Fund, established by law in 2013, is designed as a collaborative platform for mobilizing resources from the private sector to complement government investment in security. The fund will focus on acquiring modern surveillance equipment, operational vehicles, and communication tools, as well as supporting training of security personnel and community vigilante groups across the state's 25 local government areas. The governor emphasized that security is not the sole responsibility of government. It is everyone's business.
The primary function of the Delta State Security Trust Fund is to raise funds to complement the efforts of government by seeking collaboration with the private sector to support security interventions.
Delta State, no, they carry last. Oh, you are claiming Delta today. You are claiming Delta today. Up Delta, hey. We know they carry last. Yes, you are, by breath. Okay. So, goodbye, don't worry, we'll marry you. I will marry you very soon. We'll marry you, don't worry. You know what you are talking about. Well, hold on. Okay. If you men are allowed to marry plenty wives, we too, we can we? Okay, let me not change the table. Let me not change the table. What would I say? Congratulations to the governor of Delta State, the chairman of the occasion, Omokwede donated 100 million naira personally and expressed optimism that the initiative will mobilize up to 100 billion in 2025. This groundbreaking initiative demonstrates how government can successfully partner with the private sector to address critical security challenges. This is such great news. They are just modeled right after Lagos, because we have taken Lagos, and we've also seen this in Kaduna State. We've also seen it, I believe, in Osun State as well. And, you know, we want to encourage more states to, you know, emulate this model, because it is so important to collaborate in that way. The government cannot do everything, please. Well, all right.
Government.
Yes, they actually did that.
10 billion.
Well done.
I celebrate the industrialists who gave. I think, and it's so good to see Delta producing great sons.
Great sons. Jimovia.
OjyOkpe.
Oji is from Edo State. He's from Edo State.
He's a friend, but you know, once one state.
That's Bendel. What will we say? We'll say perfect.
When you mentioned industrialists, what about Tompolo?
Well, all right. Well, what would I say? I'll say thank you to the chairman, Ige Imokwede, who donated 100 million. We need more. We need more donation. Congratulations to the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Obowori, on this feat. We'll take our final story now in entertainment. As the world mourns multiple Grammy Award-winning R&B artist D'Angelo, who was largely known for being a leading voice in the neo-soul movement, a genre that gained popularity by mixing R&B with hip-hop and jazz. D'Angelo died on October 14th at the age of 51 following a cancer diagnosis, according to his family. He was born Michael Eugene Archer on February 11th, 1974, as the son of a Pentecostal minister in Richmond, Virginia. Teaching himself piano at a young age, he established himself as a household name with his platinum-selling debut album, Brown Sugar, released in 1995, and later won 2 Grammy Awards with his sophomore album, Voodoo, in 2000, which featured the smash hit Untitled, How Does It Feel, and its iconic music video. Let's take a listen to his 1995 cover of Smokey Robinson's Cruising.
D'Angelo with the brown sugar, baby. And if you want it, you got it forever. Oh, just not one night stand, baby. Oh, let the music take your mind. And just releasing you will find it, baby. Gonna fly away, let you go my way. Oh, baby, I love you when we're cruising together.
Oh, may his soul rest in peace. D'Angelo had reportedly been working on his 4th studio album before his passing. He was one of my favorites as well. I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on what's trending today. Delta, again, no they carry last. Well, that's all I have for you guys on what's trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.